Hello, business law class. I wanted to meet with you just to talk about a couple of things. The first thing I want to talk about is the final paper. So if you scroll down to Learning Plan 8 and get in here, you will see information about the final research paper and the final discussion board. Okay, so everything is in here for the final paper and the final discussion board. So when I go to final research paper, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up and let you know that we're going to be writing a 4 to 6 page paper. You can choose from the following topics and really any legal topic that we didn't go into a ton of depth in class, something that might be interesting to you. My recommendation would be to not take, let's say, Wisconsin DWI and just look at Wisconsin DWI. It would probably be really a lot more interesting if you compared it maybe to another state or another country and their DWI laws. That might be more interesting for you, okay? Also, you could look at environmental law, but maybe you pick an environmental disaster and you dig into that environmental disaster. That's a huge topic. Narrowing down your topic is really going to help you get the ball off and running a lot quicker. So each paper is going to be double spaced. It should be MLA or APA style. Use library references for the writing lab to make sure your citations are correct. The citations are not included in the total paper. It really should be a 5 to 7 page paper, 4 to 6, and then whatever, as long as you're in that ballpark. If you're writing 4 pages and you're just barely getting 4 pages, you just didn't do enough. There's so much topic and information in here for you to write about. If you're finding that you're at 3.5 pages, go back and do a little bit more research. Okay, it's just, I can tell when you get to the end of the semester and you start cutting the corners. It's very, very easy for me to see that. So make sure that you're really kind of spending some time on this, which is why I'm letting you know up front what I'm expecting from you. So include a legal statute that covers content not covered in the class. Present both sides of the issue. So as an example, I've had students in the past who have been potentially arrested for OWI as an example, and they write a paper about how tough the laws are and they shouldn't be because of their arrest and their arrest was unfair or whatever it might be. And it might be. So I don't know, but I'm very one-sided in that case. So really what I want you to do is present the law as it stands, present both sides of the situation, and then write your conclusion from that. Okay, so try to strip some of the personal things out of the research paper. At the end, when you're kind of reflecting on it, that's fine, but try to pull some of that out from within so it doesn't get to be too personal. It's very difficult to remain objective when it's personal. The other thing I want is 2 cases related to your topic that was resolved through a court hearing. You can find those online, but a really great research area and place to go is findlaw.com. So as an example, findlaw.com, I'm going to pull it up right here. My internet is super slow. But if you select for legal professionals up on the top, right in here, and you can do an advanced search too, but you could just start looking up court cases related to the topic. So let's say I wanted to do Supreme Court cases. My legal topic was maybe bankruptcy. You could pick an industry if you wanted. I'm just going to go ahead and select search, and I get a whole bunch of case law, 43 pages of it on bankruptcy. Okay, so this is a great place to go get some really good articles. You can also look at news stories too, but I want case opinions. What did the judge find? That type of thing. If you can find some recordings of the court case, that would be great too, to help keep you in the know there. Incorporate and cite all laws, forms, and legal cases relevant to the topic. So if you're doing bankruptcy and there's specific forms that you need to fill out, include those in there. So if you look through the rubric, this is what I'm grading. You describe the statute and the law. You describe both sides of an issue in an objective manner. Minimally 2 cases are discussed that are related to the topic, and that's minimally. The paper includes a cover and a citation page. The paper ends with a summary of your learnings, and the references are cited properly. And that means within the body of the paper as well. If you just have your citations at the end and you've never referenced a single document throughout your paper, I won't know where you got any of your information from, and it's not very relevant. Also be very careful. For whatever reason, the law and ethics class is the class where I have people plagiarize the most. I have links here for paraphrasing. I have links to help you with the research. Understand that plagiarism is not acceptable, and it will result in an F for that assignment. If this is your second assignment that you've plagiarized in any class, you will receive a failing grade for the class. So I want to make sure that you understand that, and it might come out harsh, but at the end of the semester, people start to panic and they cut corners, and just simply rearranging words from the internet is not putting it in your own words. So make sure that you do a really good job at that, so that you don't plagiarize, because I don't want to hand out Fs at the end. Every year at Christmas time, I feel like the Grinch when that happens. So I don't like doing it. It's just, it's not fair to the rest of the class who actually did the work. So make sure you get that done. So then this is your final discussion board, talking about the topic and the research from your paper and what you learned. I've got it pretty wide open for you to be creative with this, but like I said, really get into the content and share the content. If you're at 3.5 pages, you haven't done enough research. So go back out and get some more research so that you have some robust information in your paper about the topic. You can even share opinions that people have made about it, whatever it might be. Just kind of make sure you state that, it's Mothers Against Drunk Drivers opinion that blah, 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 or they did this research and found X, Y, Z, whatever it might be. So it doesn't come across as your opinion, if that makes sense. So that is what I'm looking for. If you have questions on this, please let me know. I'm really looking in the range of 5 to 7 pages, not 25. I've had that in the past as well. So do your best with this. If you have questions as you're going about it, or having a tough time even reducing it to something that could be 5 to 7 pages because it's so overwhelming, let me know. In the meantime, stay safe and warm and dry.